Littleford, everybody. It's great to see you. You were a contestant on Win Ben Stein's Money many years ago when Ben and I did the show together.
I did not, in fact, win Ben Stein's Money.
Yes, but you were a very beautiful addition to the show.
Thank you. You know what happened? I have to excuse myself. I had Cindy Brady disease. Who remembers the Brady Bunch episode where Cindy Brady was going on the quiz show and she was all cocky and overconfident, and then the red light went on and she just froze?
Yeah.
Well, you asked some simple question about, like, an autumnal vegetable like pasta. I'm a smart cookie. I knew that was spaghetti squash, but I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's a speed thing. You got to beat it. Who won that?
Yes, and that Stephen Colbert.
Stephen Colbert, yeah.
It was rigged.
He's very smart.
He's a smart guy.
I'm just as smart as he is.
I'm very smarter than you.
That buzzer, I believe, is rigged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you go to...
A lot of people who lost said that.
We got Ben back, though, when he came on The Daily Show. I think you tied Kathy Ireland for 1 out of 1 on 5 questions.
I don't doubt it.
Yes, 1 out of 1. Ben Stein, 1 out of 1.
He was probably bewitched by her beauty.
Yes, exactly.
How are things on the Method and Red show?
Lovin'.
What goes on the set there?
Nothing too crazy. They're just delicious men. They are so fun and so funny and so sweet.
They are very nice
I didn't know
guys.
them. You know, I am. We said it. I'm white. I'm awkward and white.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I forget that sometimes, but I am. And no, I didn't know, gangster rappers, I don't know. But they are such funny, lovely men. And it's a love fest. I often just tell the crew I love them.
You do, really?
But they tell it to me back.
And
we hug and kiss.
Do you socialize with them? Do you guys hang out?
Well, we did go over to Meth's house. You know, Meth. Meth, I call him Meth. He calls me Beth, B-E-F-M-E-F. You know? We're like that.
That's nice.
We went over to Meth's house to watch the pilot, and I remember walking in, and someone said, oh, you know, the guys are in there. I opened the door to a huge, a screening room with just a wall of a TV screen, and they're playing, you know, video games with cards. Smoke billows out. There was not a smoke machine in sight. No.
Yeah.
No.
It was probably dry ice.
It was dry ice.
It's probably one of those pumpkins. Was it Halloween time?
No, it was the other day. It was last week.
It had to be dry ice. So you are like, you're their neighbor and you're very
Christian. I'm the uptight neighbor lady.
Right. But you're not an uptight person in general.
No, for reals, I'm not. And I say things like for reals. I come home, you know, and I'm talking to the hubs, and I refer to Method and Red as, you know, my man's in them, and he has to say, honey, you can't say that. You're white. And I say, no, I'm on a black show. I'm down. And he says, no, you're the uptight white neighbor on a black show. You're not down. You're up. You're up.
Your husband is not a rapper, is he?
No, my husband's an uptight white man. He's not uptight. You know, he was. I met him on The Daily Show.
Yeah, that's right.
He's
that's
a cool,
right.
funny man. You've met him. We're like Hollywood friends, you and I, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, kinda.
Like we met on TV.
Yeah.
And then at a TV function.
I mean, in that we never see each other except for when we're on television.
Yeah.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
We go way back.
TV friends.
But I am very fond of you, as you know.
Thanks.
But
And
only
right
when
back
we're on
then.
television. I mean, once I walk up the stage, you'll never see me again. But you were on Daily Show, and you were great on the Daily Show. And the best thing was you were horribly evil to people, but with a very friendly demeanor, and that had to be somewhat uncomfortable.
I'm going to hell for that.
What did you say to David Cassidy?
David Cassidy was one of the final Beth Littleford interview subjects, and it had gone so far. People still remember it and call it out to this day, but it had gone so far at that point. I think I told him he paved the way for acts to follow like MC Hammer and Milli Vanilli. Yeah.
He wasn't amused by that.
He wasn't amused. He threatened to get up and leave, but then he realized he'd no longer be on TV, so he sat back down. That's the thing about The Daily Show, is people's desire to be on TV often overrode their common sense.
Yeah, you're right. Was it an uncomfortable thing?
Horribly. Yeah. I mean, I'm in a flop sweat. I had stomach aches. I mean, it was, you know, my dirty little secret is that, like, I'm not that nasty a gal. I'd much rather make fun of myself and be a big goofball, and be an uptight neighbor lady on Method and Red, than The Daily Show really did require me to go out and...
It's uncomfortable to do that sort of thing.
Yeah, it was. And it makes for brilliant comedy, but
What do you say to David Cassidy after it's up? I'm really sorry.
Well, you know, what's interesting is that I do end up loving a lot of those subjects. Jesse the Body Ventura, sweetheart. I mean, I love it. Kato Kalin, Muffin. I love these people.
But they don't like you. That's not the point.
I think they all like
Oh, they do afterwards.
Oh, yeah,
It's like Patty Hearst when she was kidnapped. It's the same thing happened.
Yeah, what do they call it? The syndrome.
The syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. Ben Stein would would know what that's
That's right. He's got the medicine to take care of that Stockholm Syndrome right here. All right, we got Beth Littleford here, Method and Red on Fox. Ben Stein, we're right back. Oh, with Jada Kiss. You can call me in. Yeah, we're right back.